If you've got happy clients, then there can be nothing more valuable than a video testimonial. It's way more authentic and believable than something written in text. And if you get it right and ask the right questions, it can deliver a really strong message about your business and how trustworthy you are. But you've got to ask the right questions and do it in the right way in order to get the most out of it. In this video, we're going to run through killer questions. They're going to help you structure the perfect video testimonial. So a testimonial video is all about positioning. It's all about understanding what the person who's watching it wants to see. And mostly what they want to see is firstly how it's going to help them, and secondly whether you're trustworthy. So you don't want your case study to talk about details of a product, so a specific clause in an insurance policy or a specific technical detail about a car they bought. What you want to talk about is broad benefits, how they saved time, how they benefited, how they profited from what you did. So question number one is, what problem did they need to solve? And that might start as a broad problem, like they didn't have enough time or they couldn't communicate a message. You could then bring it down to something a little bit more specific. Question number two is, how did they find you? So this is a little bit more about authority. They might talk a little bit about, firstly, the type of help that they were looking for. So for us, for example, a customer might choose lots of different ways of marketing, and then they might come to decide on video. So they might then decide that they wanted to use a video company. So that's the first stage of that. And then the second stage is, why us specifically compared to some of our competitors? And that's a good one to give you positioning and to show that you're an authority or a chosen supplier compared to other members of your market. Number three, how was the problem addressed? So this is a little bit about how you worked through the process, the solution that you offered, and how that then solved the problem that they initially had when they first came to you. In this part of the question, you might want to expand out on things like customer service, whether the service was delivered on time or on budget, whether there was good follow-up. So flesh out the detail about the service that you offered, and not just how it solved the problem, but the way it solved it as well. Question four, how have they benefited from this process? So talk in real terms about the profit that they made, the way they were able to grow their business. What benefit did they then get from your service that you supplied them? And then finally, number five, a really nice way of wrapping this process up so that it comes to a sort of nice organic conclusion is to ask them what they would say if they were recommending you to another company. That just allows them to summarize in a couple of sentences the process and why you were great, and puts it into that kind of third-party sort of phrasing so that you've got something to wrap the video up with and give it a nice tidy ending. So that's 5 questions. If you ask your subject those questions, get them to keep short, tight answers. You don't want a testimonial video going on for 5 minutes. Try and get it down to a couple of minutes or 3 at the most, and then use those questions to create something, cut them together. It doesn't have to be high quality. You don't have to use fancy cuts and loads of graphics and stuff. It's a testimonial video. It's much better to have plenty of them all over your site that are moderate quality. Make sure the sound is good. Okay, there's no point in doing a testimonial video where you're holding a mobile phone 10 meters away from someone and you can hardly hear what they're saying. If you can't use a proper microphone, if you have to use a mobile phone, get in nice and close, make sure the audio sound quality is good, chop it together in a simple editing package, and then stick it up on your website and off you go. I've put the questions that we've just run through down below in the comments. If you can think of any others that I haven't asked that are great questions to ask in an interview, please add them in below and we'll have a look and have a chat about those. My name's David Kilkelly. Thanks for watching. See you next time.